Okay, good morning. This is Site Plan Review Committee meeting for October 23rd, 2018. Members of the Site Plan Review Committee that are in attendance today are Dana Brangiforti, our city assessor, Ben DeCristoforo, building inspector, myself, Frank Stringy, city planner, Nick Rystrom, city engineer, Paul Argenzio, DPW superintendent, and Joe Maglione from Water and Sewer Division of DPW. We'll take, first item is, okay, site plan for 102 Kimball Ave. 102 Kimball. How can we help you?
This is, this project itself was already before the Board of Appeal on an extension, and during that time, the property owner didn't realize he probably wanted to add a piece of a deck off of that addition. So we're here today just to try to increase, to add on to the existing deck and the new addition that was approved. It's a small deck, 8 by 9.
Okay, so this is for just a rear deck.
Yep.
Addition. Okay. So, yes, you don't meet the side yard setback requirements. So
Correct.
we'll have to issue a denial letter. Was this uploaded to e-permitting?
Yes.
Okay. So your denial letter will be issued to you on e-permitting.
Okay.
Your email is on there. Okay.
Do you need copies of the framing plans and everything?
I
or
do not,
just-
not at this point.
Okay.
I'll just need the plot plan. Okay, so look for that on e-permitting, and once you receive that, submit it to the city clerk and file the application.
Thank you.
Okay? Next site plan is the 245 Revere Beach Parkway. Good morning.
Good morning. Christine Thomas from 245 Revere Beach Parkway, RBP Hotel LLC, that we were approved as a part of the PUD for 205 Revere Beach Parkway, and since been assigned the location of 245 Revere Beach Parkway. We came in for an amendment of room count from 132 rooms to 152 rooms, but in order to create a dual-branded hotel with a single lobby. But there was no change to the size of the building. We reduced the room count of extended stay rooms to add standard guest rooms, and it required no changes to the size of the building. And we had sufficient surface space to bridge the gap to keep the 0.5 parking ratio that we had in the original permit. So the two changes that we're coming in to show you is that change in parking, but also there was a request made as a part of the neighborhood through the city council to add some extra fencing to the rear lot that rounded the corner onto the side street in order to prevent illegal dumping into the creek behind the redevelopment of the Shaw's site. So do you want the plan closer
Yes,
for your
sure.
review?
So to summarize, they had to go back before the city council for a special permit. Now they're back before us.
Has the process expired?
Yes. That, right now, everything has been uploaded to the extent that we can for the foundation plan that we expect to begin imminently.
So the review here today for building design review, landscaping and screening of the parking structure, the garage. And that's why they're back here. I guess we issued the original site plan review letter for 205 Revere Beach Parkway, which included the hotel and the residential structure. So So this, there'll probably be on, I'll try to upload and need permitting a new site plan review letter just addressing the hotel.
Yep.
And even though they're just going for a building permit, I will add that as part of that package and take it from there. But for today, we just want to review the site plan and the architectural plans.
Okay.
So as far as parking, what has changed?
We've been able to pick up parking spaces by reconfiguring the portion of parking that's both under the building. Our first floor is smaller than the footprint of our overall building. So we're able to pick up parking under that building as well as extending parking beyond that in the same region. We've also added parking to the drop-off area, which will most likely be used for pickup and drop-off at most times, but when parking is required, that's open to guests. So now we're at 76 parking spaces, which is 50% of 152 rooms, with minor revisions to site circulation or
In the original plan, we left more room for van transit circulation. This is likely to be a highly van transit utilized building because of the proximity to the airport. That our experience regionally is that we use far less than 50% as far as parking count goes, because people are so dependent on not only the van transit, but a trend towards Uber transportation versus rent-a-car.
Okay, as part of the special permit, you have to provide that in writing, transportation demand management plan, and it will include exactly what you said for the vans. I will have to, can I have a copy of this? Well, it's on this way, you don't have to.
So where is the vans going to be parked?
It will be, I shouldn't answer, go ahead.
typically they're parked under the building when
so-
they're not in use.
All right, so do you have, so here's the issue I have with all the hotels around this city, is they all park them right in the front, okay, and they block the fire entrances, okay? So are you planning on having parking that you're designating for these vans?
We can designate as a parking space for them.
So I think that should be part of your plan as well. So parking them in the front, blocking, waiting for people to come out as a storage area, it does not work. So that should be part of your management plan.
Okay.
Has the footprint of the building changed at all since?
No.
Okay.
How many vans do you expect to be parked there? It will be one shuttle just continuously going, or will be multiple vans?
I'll answer in the transportation management plan, but they will be attended at all times, and that they run 24 hours.
So when again, you'll answer it in the management plan, but from what I see is if you're running a van, that means you're running the van to train stop as well as the airport.
Yes,
Okay, so that usually is a couple of vans because you're going to have some kind of overlap between the two of them.
yes.
Okay.
So this designated on the plan, the van holding areas, probably have two designated areas there, to show that. And the fire department has to review and sign off on these plans anyway. I don't know if you already have.
No, not on this project because it's kind of been on hold with everything else that's going on. I've
Yeah,
kind of put
they
this
actually
aside.
just applied that, well, we just released it yesterday, Frank, and one of the comments was that they had to update their site plan review letter. Could we see the front? Let's take a look at that, maybe we can kind of review some of the locations where it's possible, front entrance.
Yes, that's, our front entrance is actually on the back.
On the back side, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And where do you plan on putting, so you plan on putting the vans over here?
Typically, that's where they're stored.
But they can stay out on the curb.
So this would be designated, would you designate this as a fire lane in front?
Yeah. So that's the issue, so that's not where they should be stored.
I think where they're trying to store it, Paul, they're talking about on
Yeah,
the
that's
side,
fine.
which, okay.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
if that's where you're gonna put them.
Because I just had to refresh my memory where
Okay, well, that was the plan, I thought you had an issue with that.
No, as long
Okay.
as, I'm just making sure that you have designated a specified area for all the vans during off time, instead of, like I said, the history I've seen in other hotels, they park them in fire lane and leave.
I see.
And that doesn't work, so if there's a designated van area for off hours with a store, pull up front, and, I go low, but I get that. But just if they're not being used at the time, they can be stored off to the side, and be a designated area for them.
We can accommodate that.
Could you just go over a couple of the issues that or some of the conditions that were set forth in the special permit? You're talking about fencing, where, just on that side? Okay.
So there's fencing that continues, they asked for it to be continued down to make the corner, and when it goes over Sales Creek, to provide an access, a closed access gate that DPW can be able to get in and access the creek from that location.
Thank you.
So this is all open now,
Yep.
so the fence will
Yep.
continue around the
Yep.
pond.
And this would be chain link, correct?
My understanding is that the existing fence is chain link and it would be an extension of that fence.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions on the site plan before we move to the architectural plans? No, okay.
One other question, so are we using the existing curb cuts?
That,
With the existing curb cuts,
the curb cut, the principal curb cut
They haven't changed?
is here at
Yep.
light.
yep, but that's an established one,
That's what we
correct?
approved, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And that's
Yep.
right in, right out.
Yep.
Give me distance here, distance here. So if I need to bring the apparatus around and get them on.
We have a full set of turn radius diagrams and things that we can provide to school.
Okay.
One other item that was included in the decision was the provision to lock under building parking. So we have an open portion of building where the parking is provided, and we've included a knee wall of approximately 42 inches with a planter above that will extend approximately 24 inches, which will cover all parking that's under the building. And those, I believe in the special permit, it requested that planting and provision be approved. And so that'll be submitted as a separate document.
So there's no other screen, this is just open here, open?
Correct.
Below.
And is this the Parkway side or this is?
This is the Parkway side.
This is the Parkway side.
And the other side's all open, correct?
Correct. I have.
So you meet the open area?
Yes.
Approximate height of the planter?
Approximate height of the planter is about 24 inches.
Okay,
Above.
Above the wall, so on the
Yes.
wall's how high?
Approximately 42 inches.
Okay.
So 24. So 66 inches.
Can't see guys.
Okay. The other, was there any change to the landscaping along the front of the building? That's all staying the same?
Yes.
As the original special permit. And the last element was the building material, exterior building material.
Want to flip this over? Okay. We have the material specification board with us.
Yeah. That's good.
So the primary materials on the exterior of this building are brick and metal panel. It's, we're using the brick as a traditional material, but we're using very modern, existing property, the apartments, are largely metal panel, and we're using metal panel to complement that, but we're introducing more to the brick to provide an inviting experience to guests, as well as a beautiful presentation to the Revere Beach Parkway side.
Okay. Stone veneer is on the
First floor.
first floor,
Yes,
and brick above that,
yes.
and then the paneling is on the accents.
The accents is this darker metal panel.
Okay.
And that, you can see that between the stone and the brick, as well as dispersed throughout as an accent, with the primary metal panel being this lighter.
Okay.
So what is this?
This lighter port color is this metal panel, and then the darker bands are the accent metal panel.
And what is that block on the first floor?
What is the block? It's a precast stone or cast stone.
Okay,
Yes.
and that's what we see as a block.
Yes. With the exception of the primary corner, you can see that the brick pilasters continue a little bit further to the ground, not stopping at the head of the first floor.
Oh, yeah.
So how much of the building is brick? I can't see where the brick,
I don't have a quantity, but
banding on the top and, along the column.
So the brick, is the brick all the brown area?
yes,
Yeah.
It's easier to see the brick quantity on them.
elevations.
It's a good question, Frank. It's
Yeah,
all
it is.
brown area.
Okay, you can't be able to see it from there. Okay, very
Yeah,
good.
yeah. The majority of it appears to be
That's good.
brick. Yeah.
My purview, I gotta ask, so this is this?
Yes.
Looks a lot lighter here than it does there.
This lighter portion here, that's the artist's representation of how the sun would react to this panel, which is a little metallic. This one's much a matter finish. It's,
So when the light that will light
yes,
up.
exactly.
Okay, very good. So you basically responded to what our concerns were and addressed them appropriately with the correct materials. So, given that, are there any other questions?
No.
No. Okay. Okay, look on e-permitting, and there'll be a final site plan review letter just for this building. We'll address these items we discussed today. And once that is done, building, fire department review, I think Nick already reviewed this project for utilities, and then you'd be ready for the foundation permit.
Yeah, I haven't released it yet, just because of some outstanding documentation.
Yeah. So what we typically like to do is have the fire department, sit down with the fire department rather than them review the plans or re-permitting. So you make a appointment to sit down with Mr. Cheever and go over the fire department's requirements.
Somebody drop off, I look for the drawing brass and the specifications, to see what we call it, the fire alarm and so forth. So, and you look at your tier ones, which would be your Cal's, Palm Springs, and Barrett.
Yeah.
And you'll set up an appointment from there.
Yeah. The sooner you can satisfy the fire department, the quicker we can get going with this. Okay? All right? Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Next site plan is for 51 Abruzzi Street. 51 Abruzzi Street.
Of course, I have to go after that one. Good morning, gentlemen. I really don't know what I'm doing. I've never done this before. It's the first house I've ever owned. I applied for a permit for my deck, and it was denied due to, I need 20 feet from,
Yeah.
yes, from the back of my house to the previous, the back deck. I only have 20 feet from my house to there. I currently have a deck, when I bought the house, that is 10 in length by 4 out, so I have 16 feet. I'm having water build up at the bottom of my deck right here because my house is not graded properly. So I have to go up. I had a surveyor come in. I got to go up about a foot from my house out to disperse the water. So then my wonderful wife had a great idea to get a deck where she can put a deck and chairs. So what I would like to do is take my 4x10, extend it to 13 feet, where it's now 10 feet, so 13 feet long, and then 10 feet out. So I'm just asking for 6 feet for a deck.
Okay.
I did apply, it was denied, and the gentleman that was been helping me through this process that works here told me this would be my next step.
Yes, well, you have to be formally denied by this board. A denial letter has to be issued to you. You bring that denial letter to the city clerk and file for the variance.
Okay. His next step to me was, told me to apply for a site review.
That's fine.
Okay, that's right
what you
now,
want.
okay.
So if it's uploaded on e-permitting,
It
and
is.
your email is on there, you'll be getting a letter, a denial.
Okay.
Yes, once you receive that, see the city clerk and file.
Okay, I thought his email to me saying that I can't do it was a denial, so I'm confused, but that's
You
okay.
need a denial letter
From
first.
this, okay,
Yes.
okay, perfect.
Be sure you show the change in grade on the plan, and be careful because you can't discharge additional to the neighboring properties. That wasn't happening already.
Say again?
So you said you're looking to try to raise some of the grade on the house and disperse water in other places?
Yes.
So the change in grade has to be on the site plan, right? That's something that would have to be reviewed. And you need to be careful that you're not discharging, you're not conveying water to a neighboring property that wasn't already going there.
Okay.
How high are you bringing your property grade up? That's his question.
Well, the back is not gonna go the back's not gonna go any
Yes,
higher.
okay.
It's gotta go up about 10 to
Just above
12
the
inches
foundation.
on
Yeah.
where my house is.
So then it's higher here than it is, let's say, here, and, now water flows this way.
Well, the idea of what the landscaper said was to have it go down the driveway.
Okay, so that's what we need to see, that's why I need to see the change,
Okay.
the existing grade versus what the new grade's gonna be.
How would I show that on here, sir?
So
If you could help me.
your engineer, your surveyor can show that with contour lines or with spot grades.
Okay, so I have to hire a
What
surveyor.
This guy, the surveyor.
You've already hired him.
So
That's what
that's what he is.
right there
Oh,
is.
okay.
Show what it exists, what the grades exist at now, and then what you're proposing to change them to.
Okay. All right.
All right? I'll need to keep a copy of this. You'll need a certified plot plan, which you don't have.
No, I got this from downstairs, from when I built the house. Yeah, I drew that on there.
Yeah, so you need a surveyor to
Okay,
stamp this, that these are the exact dimensions for the
Okay.
proposed deck.
okay,
And when he does that, just have him show some spot grades
okay.
with the future grade of the
All
property.
right, yeah, because this is not my
Showing that it's
surveyor, that
coming
was
down the
from
driveway
downstairs.
And not being diverted onto another else's property.
Okay,
You can take that and provide it to whoever the surveyor that you're
Okay,
using.
okay.
And they can go from there.
All right, so I'll just
and add the-
Google somebody and things.
You'll need to have that before you go to the ZBA.
Okay, so I'll call somebody today and see if I can get somebody out there as
Yeah.
soon as possible.
I will issue a denial letter, but they will not accept your
Accept that.
application without
Okay.
a certified plot plan.
Okay, I'll have
But
that.
You have another copy of this? Can I have this?
Oh, you can have that, yeah.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen, thank you, have a great rest of the day.
For that on the permitting. Site plan for 385 Malden Street.
I do. Well, I was trying to build a garage and a pool house. This was when I bought the house 2 years ago, this came with it. And this is what I just took out of the internet just to blow up, just to see if it would work. And I wasn't sure if I'm even allowed, if the city would allow it. So
Where would you put the garage?
it would be right in the corner. So if you look at this. Before even I pull any permits and
Yeah, it wouldn't be allowed, given the shape of your lot. You'd have to have 15 feet here and 10 feet here. You don't meet those requirements
forward.
to setback.
It's a setback, oh, no, I don't have it, no,
property
not at
line,
all,
So you
no.
don't have any setback.
No. So what about the final grade?
The garage would go here.
Right.
Well, if you want to pursue this, you would be denied, and then you'd have to try your luck with the zoning board of appeals to
All
try
right.
to get a variance.
Gotcha.
So think about it, if you want to go that route, then you'd have to have a certified plot plan done by a
Right.
surveyor.
Right.
Showing everything. And
This is,
the Rumney and Orvis,
How you doing?
do you have an easement on your property for any,
What was it?
do you have an easement on your property for utilities, for a drainage easement?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't, to be honest. No. The pool is going to stay there. There's no changes to the pool.
All right. He's outside it, okay. So that's your options, if you want to decide to go forward with it.
All right.
All right?
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
A long way to go. Site plan for 46 Arcadia Street.
I guess we're going for a special permit.
Existing two-family. You guys want to see some basic sketches of what we want to try to do?
Oh, you were before us?
Yes.
Yeah.
The last time.
Here's a basic set, here you can take a look at it.
Now you're doing reconstruction?
Yeah. What we want to do is knock it down and then go up the 2 levels. We realize the bottom level will be a basement, a garage level.
Did we establish this is a,
It was a two-family.
is a two-family?
Yes, I think there was one kids with their sheds. This is the one in the safe housing.
Reconstruction is on the
So,
form.
so at the garage level, there's no habitable space, is that just those windows for the garage?
It's just for the garage
Yep.
level. Yeah.
Okay.
We were also wondering too, if we were thinking about putting 2 garage doors in front. You know, we guess we would require a curb cut because the stairs going down now. Is that for a separate permit to get a curb cut for that?
Yes.
Okay.
But that might be more, be creating more off-street parking. Oh,
Yes.
wait a second. Although you're showing the parking, yeah.
Yeah, we've got 4,
yeah.
but the size of the building, if you look at the depth of it.
But if you put the stairs on sides, it might, how is it affect?
May affect that
Lot is
parking.
a two-family,
Right.
you have the parking, so you have to maintain the parking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So this proposed floor plan shows, is this proposed?
No,
No,
this
that's
is current.
Existing, okay, yeah.
Do you have a proposed,
Yeah, so,
No, not a proposed.
proposed site plan?
No.
You don't have that yet, okay.
But
How far off the property line would this be set back?
this right now is set back on existing building 6 feet. It shows that.
So if you have
So is the
garage
footprint
under,
the same?
Yeah.
The footprint's gonna
The
be
footprint's the same.
Yeah, thank you.
you would have 2 vehicles side by side in each garage? It'd be
Yeah.
two big,
Yeah,
two big garages?
yes.
he doesn't have to build it as.
He doesn't have the,
You have to take this, you have to take the stairs off, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
he
exactly.
doesn't have the parking.
So these would have to be at least 18 feet, each one of them, and 20 feet, 18 feet deep.
No, you need 30.
18 feet deep and then.
Frank. So the left one, according to this plan, he doesn't have the tap. Wait a second, that shows, yeah, he doesn't have the tap. That shows 28 feet.
But if you had 2 cars parking on the side, then this is just for 1 car in each
Oh, there'd be
bay.
one.
Yeah,
So he'd have to have 2 there, but the problem with that is how is he going to enter the house? I think
Right,
that's
so
what,
you show the stairs.
that'd be saying, yeah.
well, then we could
The
just,
stairs on the side will make you lose the parking.
Yeah, these would have to be set back 36 feet from the front property line.
then we'll go with this proposal then and just do the one door that's existing now.
So you're
Just keep
still,
this right here.
you're still missing a parking spot, there. You have to have 4 parking spots.
But we can go farther back, can't we, on the property?
Yeah.
Farther back relative to the stairs you're talking?
Yeah,
So yeah, you'd have to set, so you need a clear area of 9 by 36.
Okay, so then we
On the
would do,
side.
right, then we'd do the stairs back here in the front and leave them in.
You need 9 by 36 here to those stairs,
Yeah.
there's 2 parking spaces. Now, you're too close to the street here, so you only have 1 parking space, so that makes 3 with the garage bay. So you have to go to this route, to get 2 here with the stairs back.
Yeah.
Here's 3, here's 4.
You lose a
Because the
spot.
house is too close to the property line, so you
Right.
lose that parking space in front of this thing.
Okay.
Unless you reconfigure the footprint. I mean, that's an option because you are going for a special permit, so you can reconfigure the footprint.
And we'd better keep the footprint the way it is. And then we're gonna add an addition off to the back.
Okay?
That'll be add within the
Yep.
setbacks.
Okay. So you would just have to then try to, manipulate the floor plan or site plan to
Right.
accommodate the forestry parking spots.
So just for my clarification,
Yep.
are you saying, so the one garage that goes the length of the house cannot fit the 2 cars in it?
You're talking on the right-hand side, that is, that looks like, I can't say 35 feet, you need 36, it's 55 feet. Yes, so this one right here does accommodate your 2-car parking. That's 9 by 36, or what is it, 14 by 36,
Yeah.
55. That will accommodate your 2 parking and then inside, then you might be able to craft your front entrance right here, in this area.
Right.
So eliminate this parking, keep this parking and keep the off-street parking, and create your first floor that way, yeah.
But the only problem with that drawing is it doesn't show, because he doesn't have a site plan, it doesn't show the distance. He may have it in front of that bay.
Right here?
Yeah, he may have it.
I don't think so. Well,
Well, it's an overhang there, though,
Yeah.
so.
oh, okay, he
Yeah.
could, yeah, he could.
So then
you-
that would be the 4
So,
spaces?
so you would have to maintain a clear 18 feet in the front,
Yeah,
and
okay.
then your 18 feet in the back, which you have in the, in the dwelling, but you need 18 feet. there in
And
the
then
front.
the overhang there, though, that would,
So we do allow an overhang of no more than 18 inches, so you can maintain the
okay,
overhang.
because the overhang that's there now is like 5 feet. You know what I mean?
So again, incorporate that into your special permit, the overhang, okay? Again.
Yeah, let's do
if the
that then, because
ZBA
that really holds the
That's fine.
footprint on the second level.
Yep, I
is the
understand.
overhang,
So
sure.
just make sure that you incorporate that 5-foot overhang into your design, for your special permit.
And then that would allow the 4 spots, 2 here, 1 here?
Well, assuming that you have 18 feet from your property line to the first floor structure.
If you wanted to put a staircase within that 18 feet and it's not covered, can you do that?
Over here?
Yeah,
Well, I don't think you're going to be able to, because you need 9 by, you're gonna need 9 by 18 clear
oh, okay,
Yeah.
sure,
of the parking.
okay.
What you can do is you can create, right here, you can create a front foyer where there's a set of stairs to enter into the building.
That's kind of where it is now.
So don't forget though, down in this first floor,
Yeah.
foundation plan,
Yeah.
you can't have anything in here.
Yeah, it cannot be habitable space.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so what typically people do is they'll build stairs into the building in
Yes.
this area.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
you can do that, yep,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Okay.
Again, you still have to file a notice of intent with the Conservation Commission, once we finalize all the drawings and,
Yeah. Your
It-
next step is to finalize your drawings, have a certified plot plan drawing,
A
return
proposed,
to us.
proposed certified plot plan to the
Yeah.
proposed,
correct.
Proposed structure,
Okay.
yeah. And showing the parking.
even though it's staying on the same footprint,
Correct,
okay. And then it would show the parking as well?
yeah.
You get a bunch of overhangs though. You got the overhang in front of you, the overhang on the side, you're looking to expand in the back. So you
Yeah,
gotta-
expand it.
you gotta work to do, you gotta fill this and this is because of your overhangs.
Provide all the setbacks.
Even within the, so we wanted to cover over this, what's the side setback and the rear setback?
5 on one side, 10 on the other, and 20 in the rear.
Okay, so would it be 5 on
15
the
in the
side
front.
that's closest to, where it's close to the property line there?
Well, you've got parking on the side, right?
Yeah.
So that's all, that'll probably be
But
intended to be
that'll be
5.
incorporated.
Oh, okay, so you have that,
Twenty
yeah.
and a half.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
so we need a proposed plan showing that,
yeah,
site plan, and then it's,
Come back to us.
stamped to with the surveyor.
yeah.
What about as far as any, other drawings? Floor plan or anything else, just show. the exterior with
Elevation,
the
floor
steps.
plans and elevation plan,
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
okay?
So these do not establish floor plan layouts, but I would just, I mean, these pretty much would do for preliminary drawings, for the purpose of the ZBA special permit.
Yeah, we would just wait.
But I would, well, a couple things. One thing, we do have a height, okay. Yeah, 32 feet. The only thing I would incorporate is just the floor plan layout.
Okay, floor plan layout.
Yep.
And then any exterior stairs or anything?
Correct.
Any landings, decks,
Yep.
show all that.
Thanks.
Site plan for 91 Centennial Ave. Okay, what can we do for you?
Okay, so we were looking to have some halo signs up. So, he is opening up a bakery and cafe business. We wanted some storefront signs to advertise the business, obviously, so. So there's three
Is
signs.
that the corner of North Shore Road?
That's page
Yeah.
one.
Are you going through the storefront sign improvement program?
That's the intention with Mr. Festa, yeah.
Okay. Did they okay this design?
So we applied for the building permit, but we haven't, done it with them yet.
Is this an awning?
So these are actually, I think the example.
Yeah, could you, what is a halo sign? What's?
So it's reverse illuminate, so it's like backlit, you know, like you'll see those jewelry types of companies, or, you know, like,
Okay,
so during the day, they're just solid, you know, 3-inch thick, like metal letters.
okay,
Then they have some space, so they're kind of floating because they're spacing off the backer.
yeah,
And then at night, you know, they illuminate from the back.
from the backside, I see.
So it's a more modern type of cool look.
And the reason for that is the area, it doesn't have, it's very, very poor light at night. There is no, yeah.
Nice looking. But it, so these appear to be awnings, so is there gonna be a black back face?
So if you look at the example photo on page 3, it'll kind of maybe help. So the backer is gonna be the blue section of it.
It's not an awning, basically.
Yes.
It's just a
Yeah,
flat sign.
It's like a metal backer, and all the text, the logo is raised.
Yeah, and what are is made out of, what type of material?
So the backer is made out of aluminum, it's just a low profile, probably 1/2-inch thick aluminum. And then all the letters are painted metal letters.
Are they raised letters?
Yep,
Yeah, they're like floating,
the
right?
letters are
Right
actually,
here, see?
So they're not, it's just PVC, they're not PVC?
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna, those are actually gonna be metal.
Exactly.
Those should actually be metal, they shouldn't be PVC. It's incorrect. Yeah, we've been actually going metal because that's.
And is this an awning right here? What is that?
Same exact thing, so
Same thing?
the logo, the
That's the
entire
logo.
logo would be actually raised.
Mhm.
It would be 3 inches thick, it'd be raised off the backer by about like 1.5 inches. So you could just picture the blue backer just being stuck to the wall, and then the
Yep.
logo's raised, and then it illuminates from the backer. And then-
Just to clarify that, so if you look at this picture, right now, this is what the finished area looks like right now, it's basically 3 panels. So it was just showing basically black back area, so how is,
Yeah,
so
right.
why do I keep coming back and asking about the awning, what are you doing to make this into a black back area where it's already, right now, it's 3
Yeah,
panels?
it's nothing like.
So you're gonna put so, understood, so what are you doing, you got
We're
a
gonna,
board, you're gonna
completely, yeah, like a board, yeah, the picture of his board completely covering that panel up.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then everything's 2 inches plus off of that, that's when the letters come off. So you're gonna basically put a black flat panel on top of this, and then the letters come off, so nothing is projecting it beyond the building.
Yeah, this is like almost not even necessary, right? It was kind of like, we determined after the fact that we're just gonna completely
Right.
cover it up.
So you have 2 signs here, we allow.
Two signs with verbiage and then one sign with a logo?
With
a
Is that it?
We
Yeah.
allow 1 sign
Okay,
per facade,
okay.
unless you have another entranceway, but you don't. And you have to make sure that that's less than 15% of the face of the building.
Okay.
that sign is attached to. So if you meet those requirements, that means you have to eliminate one of the signs.
I see.
Is it
Because,
just,
though it's a corner location where you don't have visibility on the other side, right?
When you say put facade, what do you mean? Per side?
Per side, yeah.
Yeah, because that other one is on the side. So what, this is on North Shore. This is
Yeah.
the home, not the home, Central.
Yeah.
Right.
Centennial.
Centennial, yeah.
And then this is actually,
I'm not sure.
yeah, that might be, well, the way the building is, he's got an angle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it goes like this. This. Yeah, so that's yours.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So it's kind of, instead of that corner's drop, it's kind of,
Right.
So I can tell you, if you're looking for this right here, I mean, what you can do is, you can put that black face panel on, and then if you like the seek relief, you can seek relief and then later add that.
okay, so that would be like just a flat sign?
Flat, correct.
And you
Just the
you guys
back.
allow that? Okay,
And then, what I suggest, if that's illuminated and you need electric, you can just put a box there where it's supposed to go, and then just apply for your variance for
Okay,
that
so-
third sign.
yep, I got you.
So then it's a simple, once you get it,
Mm-hmm.
it's, I mean, I would, reach out to the ward counselor and see how they feel about the signage.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, I reached out to him, like, I told him about
It
that.
looks very nice.
As far as he said, it's not too on your face, like,
Yeah.
coming out of the building. The nature of the light is the luminescence is very
Yeah.
poor, so.
you did a great job.
It looks good, yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
appreciate
I again, I don't know what the ward council of the ZBA would allow relative to
Sure.
that, but I would think that you may have a good shot at it, and,
So
Absolutely.
he's okay for this?
Correct.
This sign? and this
correct,
sign.
yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, what I would do is make allowance for that panel, put your box where it needs to go, and then assuming that once you get your variance, you can then, after the appeal process, just, install it.
It's very fair, thank you
Yep.
guys.
Make sure the size is under 15%.
Yeah,
But if
Get
you
those calculations.
absolutely, so
But it-
15% of the overall,
Elevation,
Square footage.
correct, yeah, so
Okay.
my guess it does meet but you're gonna have to provide square footages of
Absolutely.
the elevation, then of the sign.
sure,
Now, I don't know if you can get the rejection letter now, so you can go through that appeal process, but
Yeah, we can do that. Have you uploaded this on e-permitting?
yes, this should be uploaded on that, we got a permit application number, so it should be all there, I can double check.
All right. If you want to move forward with that, yeah, we'll.
and then get your rejection letter, and then apply for that.
Okay,
variance.
Cool, so do we need to reapply for these signs, is that,
So if you have a building permit application already in,
yeah,
just leave that, and with the site plan approval on that, we can move it forward.
okay, awesome. So just, so we can, once we get the approval letter, or,
You can put the two
Acknowledge.
signs up.
yeah,
Then that third sign,
Apply for
we'll make
variance.
note in the permit that, yeah, you can only do the two signs.
After.
Yep,
and my
after.
job is to upload a new creative that specifies that it's 15%.
Please,
so you can
yep,
then-
just showing the two signs too.
Okay.
Yep. Only two signs, yeah,
Yes,
I got
yep,
you.
Yep,
Okay.
good luck.
Great.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
so much, appreciate it, thank you.
Yeah, and we'll talk with Mr. Festa, obviously.
Yeah, we'll reach out.
Thank you guys for your time.
Okay, thank you. Site plan for 34 Harrington Ave?
So just try,
So, you don't have any, what are you trying to do,
this is apparently the first step, that's what I was
some
told to.
storage space
It's just
above?
a,
Yeah.
Just
An
another
existing garage.
floor above the garage,
Garage,
storage above the
correct.
garage.
Yeah.
Is there an established garage right now?
Yes.
presently? Okay.
I
And you're
don't-
looking to go up a second story, you're gonna exceed the maximum 15%?
15-foot height.
15 foot, yeah.
Yep.
They have the buildable space, it's just. the
You're not,
height.
you're not extending the garage, just going to go
The
Just go
footprint,
up.
we're
right
going,
on
just
top.
going up.
Yeah.
But
I was
I-
told, I was told to come here first and then
Yep.
get the set of plans, and I'm assuming you need a plot plan as well? We're not changing the footprint or anything, we just need the set of plans.
You're going up and you're gonna exceed the height. And
We need an
that's-
elevation plan showing the height
Yes.
of the
Yeah,
structure.
but you don't need the plot plan. You don't need a.
Not if you're adding on, going
You're
down.
going up, no.
Just going up.
Just going up.
Oh, is it on the prop? Yeah.
So the only issue we may have is that we have to confirm that that is on your lot, that it does not encroach on the lot. It's pretty close, so I suggest you get a plot plan, just showing the,
Footprint, the setbacks too.
well, correct, where the footprint lies on the lot.
Okay.
So what's the height of the garage now?
What's that?
What's the
The height of
height?
the garage. Excuse me, Judge?
You said the size, the size of the garage?
The height. What is the present
What we
height?
had that, hold on, I got it.
Yeah.
at this present time.
So you're going up another, what would the
total-
finished height
The
be?
total would be probably 18,
Okay.
roughly. When I get a set of plans, obviously the engineer will,
The peak of it will be 18, not
Yeah,
here.
that's if we maintain 12, do a 12-12.
okay. Okay. All right, get those plans,
And then just apply it as a permit or come back here?
You'd have to come back here.
You have to come back here.
Put the plot plan and the,
Elevation plan.
in the
Into the site plan review.
system,
Yes.
but apply for a permit at that point?
No,
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 you can't.
you're
But
still
to come
going
back
to,
here.
correct.
Come back
Because you're
here.
going to have to go to the ZBA for relief.
we'll
Okay.
issue a denial letter right from here
And then we'll go to
onto your
zoning.
permitting, then you go to the
So
ZBA.
come back to that.
Yeah.
Is there a point by point, like for variance
When you come back with the
process,
plan,
or
come
This
back.
is, this is the start of it, because I was like
The-
trying to like literally.
This is the start of it, so once you come before this board, we tell you what your violations are, you get that rejection letter and apply to the city clerk for your relief, through the ZBA. And then at that point, you have to apply, like I said, fill out the application and apply, and go to your hearing. Once the hearing, once you attend the hearing, either approved or denied. If you are approved, there's a 21-day appeal process. Once that appeal process expires, then you have the ability to go to a permit.
Okay,
Building
appeal from
permit.
outside third party?
I'm sorry?
The appeals would be third party?
Correct,
Yeah.
you were correct, yes, if anyone does appeal.
Right.
Perfect.
Okay, great.
Good luck.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
See you
Appreciate
soon,
that.
hopefully.
Hopefully, we'll
Yeah,
be
so
back
you-
real soon.
It may be kind of a good thing to talk to your abutters, see
Right,
what their
I've-
feelings are, talk to the ward counselor.
Yeah, there's
If you
no
have
problem.
them speak in your favor, that always helps.
Right. Oh, you want them to come up, you mean? No, because.
No, not here.
Talk to them, not here.
Right, no, okay, right,
To the hearing.
right. Okay, great.
Good luck.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Site plan for 57 Jones Road. 57 Jones Road. Hi, what are you proposing?
For the parking space, you're asking us to get,
Yeah, sure, let's take a look at it. So Frank,
oh, that's only
think-
granted there.
Oh, for parking.
so you're adding parking in the front here?
Yes.
Is that it?
What do you have, is this a single family?
Single family.
So right now you have no parking?
No.
Okay. Yeah. She wants to add parking here, Frank.
17 by 12, so it's... How many cars did you
No,
expect? One
just
car?
one, yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be this wide.
No.
You only needed 9 feet, not 12 feet.
Okay.
So they might be able to,
So if you make it 9 feet and you move this over, you can encroach no more than 5 feet into the front of the house, okay? So 5 feet, that's as far as you can go. So lay this out again, showing a 9 by, it has to be 18 feet, your parking space. If you show a 9 by 18 spot here, parking spot, that doesn't encroach more than 5 feet in front of the house,
you can have
you
it.
can go, you can have it as of right, you won't need to apply for a variance. Okay?
Now, she did modify it, or?
This has to be modified.
Yeah.
This has to be shown as 9 feet by 18 feet.
So
18,
we're gonna have to shift it over.
so shift it over,
5 feet.
yeah.
You can go right to your plot, your lot line.
You can go right to your lot line with this driveway. But you have to pick up another foot.
Looks like they may have, Frank, they may have.
Yeah.
I don't know what this dimension is.
Yeah.
I don't know what that dimension is.
It's like 5 to 6.
This here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like 5 to 6.
yeah. So have it redrawn, 9 by 18.
What is in the front? Can you see the front of the house though? This
It's
is-
just grass.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, so you may be able to do that. What I suggest is go back to the surveyor and tell them you want to basically bring your parking from lot line and encroach 5 feet into the house and find out what that width is. If that width is 9 feet, then you would have it as of right. You wouldn't have to come back
You
here.
have to apply for
I have
it.
to start from this side.
From the lot line.
From
Yep.
the lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you understand when he said you have it by right?
He might have it.
So if you
He has it. I think he has it, assuming that's 6 feet. I think he's got a,
He shows the bit,
Yeah.
and he shows the pot in front of the house.
Okay.
You can just plot.
Oh.
You don't have to
Okay.
have it by right.
Yeah. You will have to apply for a curb cut permit from the DPW superintendent.
But when he draw it again, I have to bring it back here?
No, you don't. You can just see me, you know.
Oh, it's
we-
just-
Yeah,
We've
you've come to the building department some morning and we can take a look at it.
Okay, sure.
But the only other thing we have to make sure is you have the 18 feet. Okay, from lot line to house, you need 18 feet.
It doesn't matter how much left between the, no?
No?
It just has to go back.
So,
Okay.
I think, yeah, that's, yeah, okay, yeah.
Good luck.
So,
Thank you
thank
so
you, thank you so much.
All right.
Site plan for 385 Beach Street.
Morning.
For the record, Jim George, permitting manager for ExteNet on behalf of AT&T Wireless. What we are proposing today is, we have just come to agreement with the city of Revere. ExteNet has signed the agreement. The agreement is on the mayor's desk for execution. That's triggering me to come in for, we have city-owned poles that we want to replace and put onto the new pole a small cell antenna with wireless appurtenances. So this particular case, they need densification, they need to cover Bell Circle, that very dense area of that circle. Currently, the existing pole that sits is this particular pole. It's a city-owned steel Cobra pole. It has a camera on it that I'd like a little bit of information on what that camera is all about. But essentially, this is what we're proposing. I'm managing the city of Boston as well as several jurisdictions for this type of thing. It's a replacement project. We're going to put a pole that looks exactly the same right next to it, pull power, pull power to the pole, trench fiber to the pole, make sure that pole is lit up, and then tear down this pole and replace it. We're going to take this camera and put it onto the new pole and either use that light or use a new Cobra light. So you're going to be standing, what's going to stand after that is going to look very similar to what we're doing in Boston. This is in Salem, Massachusetts. It's sort of the same exact style of steel pole. And Salem wanted us to put some banner stuff on it, the banner brackets. The appurtenances is a new light, an antenna on the top. This is what they call the radio head unit, which is about 3/4 of the way down. And National Grid makes us do a meter on the pole. So we can't splice in and not have a meter. In Eversource territory, we can do that. In National Grid territory, we can't do that. So we would seek special permit from City Council, and the city would be compensated for the effort on an annual basis. And we're looking to do several more of these in the city of Revere. So what are your thoughts on that?
The city engineer brings up a question whether that's state property or not.
Okay. I would have,
City doesn't, it's not like it's not your home and goes to the poles like that.
tell me, okay, let's talk about
They're
that.
within our right of way. Right, if they're within the state's right of way, it's beyond our jurisdiction.
If that particular thing where I need to understand, I'll go to MassDOT if I have to, but this is part of this process. My understanding is that the state doesn't start until they get around that particular that particular lot and onto 1A and onto Bell Circle? Do you think they're on that?
You might be correct. We need to verify that.
All right. What does the assessor say? Do you know? All right. Generally speaking, do you own the metal Cobra streetlights within the city of Revere? All right. Who owns those? I thought you bought them all. You haven't bought them all? You bought any of them?
Just on Broadway.
All right. My understanding is that you bought this one. So if there's a number on it, so I assume that you owned it. And I assume that you owned it because is that your camera on there? Does anybody know? EMT, police? All right.
Is it aimed towards Bell Circle?
It's sort of in a ball, so I don't know where it's aiming. I'm going to assume that's where it's aiming out.
Probably our security camera.
It's, okay, so that's, there a picture of the camera?
Or the pole with the camera?
Yeah. I assume this was yours. That's the number on the pole. The LED light has a number. It was within what I assumed to be your right-of-way based on my review of what MassDOT owned. I thought they started when they got to the circle, and this one. All right. So what do you want to do? I need to back up and see if you don't own the pole, then we're not contractually bound with each other on this one. And if MassDOT owns the pole, then that would be a MassDOT deal. I would probably still need to come for special permit because it is within your bounds, yes? All right? But let me make,
District 4.
what? District 4, yes.
District 4.
I know those guys. What are your thoughts on the notion if I come back with a whole bunch? I got a bunch coming up and down Broadway that I know are yours. And I got some decorative poles. Remember the one right outside here?
Right.
So that one's probably coming back now that there's contractual togetherness on that.
So the ones on Broadway are all decorative poles.
Non-decorative or decorative?
They are all decorative.
Yeah.
Decorative ones I see.
That's fine. We have the decorative design. But generally speaking, you didn't buy?
Similar to what we have.
Yeah. Generally speaking, you didn't buy the steel Cobras from National Grid?
No.
Okay. Any other questions? I guess this doesn't take a denial, or does it? Do I advance? I don't think I can advance this until I figure out where it is and who owns it.
Why don't you do that?
All right.
We'll take it from there.
Okay. Any other questions?
But if you're proposing to do that on Broadway,
Yeah,
you have to show us a style that's exactly the way it is there now.
yes.
And you're not going to deter from it. You're adding a 4-foot antenna on top of that?
It's actually closer to 3 foot. It's a 3-foot antenna. The styles that we have in Boston City are the styles that we're going to use here. So we have engineered basically double Cobras, the Cobras, the black decoratives, single acorn, double acorn. So whatever we're doing in Boston, we can design
How
something
many
for
are you
you
proposing
guys.
on Broadway?
They're coming. That would be on behalf of T-Mobile and AT&T. Half dozen. I still like that one out there, but that's just it's your basic single acorn black decorative light. So I guess, let me get these things together. If I got to work with District 4, I'll work with District 4 on this, or maybe pull it onto something that I can co-locate on a wood.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much for your time today.
Site plan for 191 Revere Street.
Hi. We applied for a mixed-use permit for 191 Revere Street to convert it into a commercial and business building. It's a two-family, side-by-side, and we're trying to move our business that we have already had in Revere since 2012 to one side of the building at 191 Revere Street.
It's residential now on the
It's a
ground floor.
two-family, yeah. It's side-by-side,
And you wanna
residential,
create a commercial
mixed
space
use.
on the first floor.
Yes, it's actually both side-by-side.
It's two-family, one unit on each side. They wanted to take one side and use it for commercial.
Where are we on 191? We're part of Revere Street.
And what is the use?
It's going to be for home care.
It's just only.
Just once, yeah, just secretarial work, that's all. Everything's,
We already have the business campus.
Yes.
Which,
It's on the corner.
oh, okay, it was
It
the
wa-
old print.
yes, yes,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So that's the one they converted to. Yeah.
They converted, it was,
Converted to
yeah,
to residential.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. This would just be an office.
just for one
setting up
person for
appointments.
secretarial, yeah, just to get documents from doctor's offices is all.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you be altering that floor plan at all? or-
No, nothing at all, just
Okay.
moving.
We just have to, I mean, we're changing the application now.
Yeah, change of use from residential. Just,
Can we take a
will
look?
part of the building still be residential?
Yes, it will. One unit will be residential, and one unit will be
Home
business.
care office.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you say home care, what else is involved with that? Just
Nothing.
office?
Nothing at all.
Office.
So it'd be
Everything is,
considered professional office?
No
Yeah,
one comes,
nothing
just only the
comes in.
secretary.
Okay.
yeah, just holds documents, basically. Yes, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, so it's signed. Yeah, now it just has signed.
So
Yeah.
you would have to submit a floor plan on how you plan on altering it and what each room now is gonna be used for?
It's already
We're
done.
not gonna, everything's already been converted.
It's
We're
already
not
converted.
altering
They
it.
already rebuilt.
Correct, but there's bedrooms presently there, are you gonna be using the bedrooms? What,
There's a two-bedroom, we're just gonna use the office, and most of it is like, we just put the chart, like,
Literally
paper.
for storage of documents, where everything will be in the main.
Yeah.
okay, but then again, we're still gonna need a floor plan, just so you can then specify to us, because you are gonna go through the occupancy process to convert it back to commercial.
Oh, but not both of them, multi-use. We just.
Just
gonna
the one, just the
mix
one.
use.
with the
Mixed
office.
use.
Just one.
Mixed use.
I don't know if they've ever closed that out. Oh, they haven't closed it out? I don't know.
Because we're not gonna try to completely, we want it mixed, so would we still have to?
Well, you still have, yeah, because we'd have to specify what that use is, so it would be, unless we can quantify it as a home occupation. What I suggest you do is submit online for the occupancy to basically have one residential unit and a professional office. Okay?
It's allowed in that district.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Where do I submit, I'm sorry,
E-permitting, through e-permitting, so again, do everything online.
the same way, okay, we apply
Correct,
for
same
this?
thing,
And it's
yes.
for occupancy?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, I'm sorry, what's the next step from that?
Then we can analyze it a little closer. We may need a floor plan of how you're gonna use that. So if a bedroom now is gonna be an office, you would have to label it as such,
Okay,
okay?
okay.
I just, the front one is just the reception area, and then the two of them is like the one we use, the one bedroom, this is very, very small, it's like the size of a closet, so we're just gonna
Yeah.
put the chart,
Okay.
and then one's the office.
Yeah, so you would then label that, but I would apply online for occupancy, and we can kind of, once you apply online, we can then see if occupancy has been issued. If it has been, we can then try to look at the plans and analyze it, and see if there's any type of requirements or any code issues that you have to abide by,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
okay?
Is it,
Will we get like a call back, or do we have to
Yeah,
come back here?
we would respond through the email,
Okay,
once you send re-permitting in,
okay.
okay?
okay, so once
So
we apply,
again,
then they'll reply to us?
Correct, apply online.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, all
All right.
right, thank you so much. Thank you.
Site plan review for 48 Flint Street. Okay, what are you proposing to do?
This is a proposed buyer for the property. It's 47 actually. He has a purchase and sale agreement for the property with the conjunction that if he's unable to add a second floor to it, then he would back out of the deal. So he's proposing to add a second floor with a finished attic. So it would now be 3 bedrooms, 2 on the second floor. The attic would be a bedroom. First floor would be, sorry, this is, but
48 feet. Yeah, 48 feet.
no,
No, I own 46.
he owns 48 Flint, but he's buying the one from him, 47. Yes. Flint Street, yes.
Do you have a proposed elevation plan? This is your existing elevation, correct?
That's the existing one.
Yeah, you don't have a proposed?
I hired this guy.
No, I think it's not.
Yeah, so you did roll plans.
Then did with the elevation.
That's what's existing.
That's, yeah, you used to give a proposed, just like you did there with all.
Right there. Oh,
So it's gonna propose.
Yeah, no elevation for it.
Is that a little White House?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you show your second floor plans. What's on the first floor?
Right now?
What will the first floor be? Yes,
It would be,
maybe it's not shown.
yes, it's on there. It's gonna be a bathroom, living room,
In a bedroom.
I think you showed the kitchen.
And the kitchen.
bedroom. But the
Yeah,
bedroom, I can
bedroom
take it.
one on the first floor.
How tall is it, the property line? How tall is it, the property line? It's pretty small one.
Maybe it's on your floor plan too. Is it on your floor plan?
Yeah, that looks it.
Nope. Is that it? Okay. So you have a non-conforming structure right now, and you're expanding a non-conforming structure, so it's going to require a special permit from ZBA, zoning board of appeals.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to pursue this, we would deny it on e-permitting. You would take that denial, it would be an email to you, you would take that denial letter, bring it to the city clerk and file for a special permit,
Okay.
ZBA.
So it's still a single family?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's really right there.
Yeah.
So you basically adding 3 bedrooms?
That's right. Going up.
He's adding 2 bedrooms, really.
No, the two on the second floor, and then the attic would be also a finished one, so 3 of
Well,
them.
the attic would be finished space.
Yes.
So that would be the 4th bedroom in the attic.
We'd have to see an elevation all the more.
Okay.
Yeah, have your architect do an elevation plan, front and back, inside.
Either way.
So who does the elevation, the same guy?
The
Yeah.
architect, yes.
Yeah.
He did the existing, he just didn't do the proposed elevation. What this is gonna look like with a second floor on it in the attic. You'll need that for this zoning board of appeals. But what we'll do now is issue a denial letter stating you require a special permit before the ZBA. Whoever filed this on e-permitting, it'll be sent to that person through your email.
Okay.
Okay. How long does it take?
6 to 8 weeks,
Okay. Have to call the lawyers.
4 to 6 weeks.
Okay. Because I'm limited with timing, so I should.
Well, the Board of Appeals meets on the last Wednesday of the month, so you would be before them the last Wednesday in November.
The last Wednesday.
On November, yeah, would be the public hearing. They typically approve or deny them at the hearings, so if you get approved, you have to wait 21 days from that date.
From
Yeah.
the last day of
From
another 21 days.
Another 21 days
Okay.
before you can record it,
Okay.
special permit, the registry of deeds, and file for your building
For
permit.
December, okay. And is,
So you're into December.
yes, so is that something like doable, or?
I can't say, because it's a public hearing process, and abutters are notified of the public hearing. And, it's
Because I did it with my house.
you live next door.
Right across, yeah.
I would,
Well, it's, yeah, well,
The brown
that's the
one.
old, that's the old house, the blue one, but it's completely different.
I would talk to your neighbors and tell them what you're proposing to do and make sure nobody has a problem with it. Because if they do come up to the public hearing and oppose it, you're less likely to get approved.
Okay, so the first thing I should do you said the elevation, right?
Yeah.
The first thing, and then,
Speak to the neighbors. Meanwhile, I'll keep a copy of this.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, thanks.
Yes. Am I up for the next one? I think
Oh,
I have to.
You here for,
Case Drive?
yeah,
Case Drive?
Case Drive,
Yes.
39 Case Drive.
And this is my dad's property. He's proposing, he would like to extend the bedroom that he currently used as a master bedroom. He's gonna add a top to the half bath that's in the bedroom now, so it's gonna be a full size.
So it's a one-story addition? One-story addition on the back?
Yes, yes. But yeah, it's a,
Two additions.
yeah, but I'm not doing a basement. But if you look at it on one side, he wants to bring the laundry that's downstairs because my mom is hip problem. So he wants to bring the laundry up, extend it over where the deck is, so the laundry will be upstairs. And the bedroom, he's gonna bring that, yes, a two-story from straight down upward.
Oh, okay.
The right side.
Okay.
Yes, so he's gonna be
Two-story
doing two
addition on the side.
on one side, yes.
Is this a single family?
It's a two-family house. There's whenever the snow, the way it's graded, the entrance on the right side, when facing the building, to the entrance to the first floor, the snow and the water gets into to that door. So in so doing this addition, it would take care of that problem away from the door.
So, to get this straight, this addition on this side would be a bedroom coming up, and then a laundry room?
Yes. Am I saying it on the right
That's the right
side?
side of the house.
Right side of the house.
Looks like it's a two-story addition.
Yes. So it would actually extend the living room for the first floor tenant,
Okay.
where that door is. So it's gonna extend their room, and above his is where his bedroom will be.
bedroom.
Yes.
You mentioned something about a laundry room?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
the laundry
on
room
side.
is
Okay.
over there.
That's a one-story.
That's one story on that.
Yeah.
But it's raised off the ground.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, you meet all the zoning requirements as far as the setbacks, so you can file for a building permit
Okay.
for this work?
All right.
Do e-permitting? You don't need site plan review on this one?
All right. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
No.
Okay.
Just submit online for re-permitting.
Yes, I will.
Are you here for site plan review? Yes. What address?
36 South 30th Street.
Come on.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that I should have you scheduled before.
36 South Third?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the late one.
I'm sorry. I know that you guys want to go, get out. If it feels any better, I locked myself outside the house. Somebody hit my car on Sunday, so I'm like, I had to walk from South Irving to here because the Uber would take longer than for me to walk, so I just walked.
Okay, what are you proposing?
We want to extend the back door of our house to increase the size of the kitchen, and with that, we would be able to add a second bathroom and expand the third bedroom that it's there too.
Okay, let's take a look at your
This is the property.
That's the plan. Okay, we need a stamped certified So where is your proposed addition?
This is the existing one. This is how it is right now.
Okay.
Okay. And this is the proposed one. So this is that's the front, that's the back. So that the wall comes right here.
Okay.
So as you can see, the walls come this way. So we want to bring it back 8 feet. And so we can also create a deck here in the back. And the thing is there is a wall right here that would like to take part of it. So we can make like an open concept.
What is this back here, a deck proposal?
Yes, this is the
So the patio, right?
yes.
No, what she's proposing is to blow the whole house out
Yeah.
and build a deck. So I
Okay,
see.
we need your certified plot plan that shows your existing lot lines and your setback.
That's the one that we got when we bought the house.
Yeah, that's a building plan. We need something stamped by a surveyor that shows your addition
Okay,
and the setbacks from the rear and the side.
okay,
That's all we need.
okay,
We have everything else, but we need that.
okay, cool.
Okay?
Anybody that I can find, you know, like a survey,
So
I don't know
Yeah.
anybody.
locals that you can use. You
Okay.
don't have to use them, you can use anybody that's registered in the state of Massachusetts.
Okay,
But if you want, this is somebody, a list
Awesome.
that you can start with. Again, we don't endorse anybody on there, it's just, as a courtesy, someone to start.
perfect, thank you so much.
So once you have that, just come back to us,
Okay,
all right? Complete our review.
okay. I'll make sure to schedule next time. So then you guys can get it on
take that
time.
to your,
I'm sorry?
We'll handle it.
Okay. Thank you guys so much, have a great day.
Okay.
On the walk back home. Oh, I'll get over it this time. I'll get over it this time. Bye.
What address are you here for? Come on up.
65 Victoria.
Hi. Oh, repeat, what was it, 55 Victoria?
65.
65 Victoria.
That was a problem, property unit.
There is a single family house that I recently purchased, and I would like to I would like to see if it qualifies to be converted into a two-family.
Did you just buy this home?
Yeah, last week.
Okay. We're gonna have to check the file on this. This was a safe housing property, I believe. And you just bought it from the bank?
We guys have a 3.
Right, it was as a 3. I don't know if there were any restrictions on.
There were some
variances.
violations as a
Yes.
three-family, but I think it was in a legal work what she did there.
Correct. So do you have a plot plan? What do you have for established parking?
I have a survey.
Yep.
So it's not illegal too?
So, no, I think they remedied the issues, Frank. I don't know.
It says
If there's any
parking in
restrictions on
the
that.
rear, is this existing parking in the rear?
No, it's not existing. No.
Yeah.
Well, it's existing driveway, but that's what we propose to make
Yeah.
parking in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a problem because we don't allow parking in the rear of homes, only on the side and in the garage. So you would need a variance if you wanted to do that. So this plan would have to be denied.
So, yeah, so I don't even think they would have it, Frank. I mean, I don't know how they would,
No, they don't have the driveway width, they don't have,
It is the driveway existing
So
right there.
yeah, but
If it is a 10 entrance,
you need 22 feet for two-way travel.
oh,
And you need a 6-foot buffer in the back.
Yeah.
We have parking abutting other residential property.
what is this concrete? Is that a concrete patio right there? It says
it
concrete.
is a concrete. yeah.
Is that raised?
Concrete slab,
It is,
It is.
so that would have to be.
but that will have to get removed to
Okay.
make the 4 spaces.
And what is this right here? Is that a
That's
stairs?
stairs that they make.
For what, second?
No, it's just to go out, clean up.
Yeah. So you have a number of violations that you would incur, because number one, the parking in the rear, number two, the driveway width, the screening area in the back, and we require at least 35% of open space for every lot in the city. So this doesn't qualify as open space, this would be all paved area, impervious area. No, you cannot park in the back. You have a number of violations that you would be denied on.
Well, this is 69, Victoria.
I bought it as a 65. Some documents show 69.
Oh, okay.
Apparently has both numbers, 65, 69.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So I have one question. So, yeah, where, assuming that you could make it a two, where is the second unit going to be?
It already has 2 units. There are 2 bedrooms with 1 bathroom in each level.
Well, we will rehab the whole house. We will have to separate everything.
Yeah.
it's presently just a single family.
I have to refresh my memory, Frank. I'm not quite sure. It could be, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
We'll have to check legal occupancy.
Yeah.
If you already have legal occupancy for
I don't think,
two-family.
I don't think they do.
But
I don't
if,
think
No, before was 2 family, they converted in 1 family, that's what the survey told me.
Yeah.
And so now legally it's 1 family.
It looks like a one-family bungalow.
yeah.
See it?
Yeah, this wouldn't be feasible, it wouldn't work. I mean, you really would not be able to get these vehicles
Right,
out.
exactly.
You need a driveway aisle width here of 22 feet to back these cars out and get them out. And you don't even have that. You might have 18 feet. I mean, you can try it. We can issue a denial letter noting all the zoning nonconformities. And you can try going before the ZBA.
But you still don't allow parking in the rear.
Yeah.
So most likely it won't go through.
No. No, not in this neighborhood. So it looks like, did you buy it as a single family?
Yes.
Yeah, so it has to stay as a single family. It's a traditionally single-family neighborhood, Victoria Street. Those are all single-family capes, I believe.
I think there are some multi.
Right in front is 3 families. It's 2 and 3 families around there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but you probably could face a lot of opposition in trying to do this before the ZBA, and they would deny it.
Okay, so for sanity, it would probably be better to keep it as a single.
Yes, that would be the best bet.
All right.
Okay?
Gentlemen, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Okay, that concludes our site plan review meeting for October 23rd, 2018. Thank you.